mythical morning, everyone. Is the one and only V The Guerrilla coming to you live solo. My buddy Cowboy can't make it today, but we have with us the man of the hour who needs no introduction whatsoever. Of course, I am talking about the silver-tongued Grecian himself, the most prolific social commentator of our generation, folks. Some say that he is a national treasure. Others say that he doesn't give two fucks about anything. All we know is we know him as Gus, and you can find him over at perpetualassets.com, perpetualassets.com. If you're worried about your 401k turning into a 101k because your city just won a socialist revolution, get a hold of Gus Demos over at perpetualassets.com. Maybe even so your state has been taken over by some boomer Democrat governor. Who knows? And you're terrified of what's going to happen. You don't really trust BlackRock or Vanguard or State Street or Fidelity. You need to grab your financial life by the balls and get a hold of Gus Demos over at perpetualassets.com. Grab your financial life by the balls. And with that being said, Gus, NYC baby, good morning, bro.
Bro, welcome. I'm not saying de Blasio or Adams weren't fucking hysterical, but I want to welcome you officially. Chicago was ahead of the curve in this with Lightfoot, with Beetlejuice. And LA has their little troll minion too. But I thought about it after everyone knew he was going to win. But I thought about it this morning for some reason during my morning coffee. I was like, if you pull up a picture of the three largest cities in the country, their mayors, New York, Chicago, and LA, it's fucking hilarious. It's a microcosm for really the country.
Yeah.
So this country, pull up the United States of America, pull up you could do it. It's not a thought experiment.
Before we get into that, I just want to celebrate Mamdani's win. Hold on one second. Here we go. Hopefully I don't get There we go. Here we go. It's about to hit. The beat's about to hit. This is what he played in his election victory. Here we go.
Dude, is that from Slumdog Millionaire?
Yeah. It's that Knight Rider beat. Punjabi.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It sounds like the Slumdog Millionaire music, but whatever.
There we go. There you go, buddy.
It looks like Nick jumped on.
Nick.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, buddy.
You're late for the first time in your life.
First time ever late. Yeah, not had something to deal with, man.
We were just listening to the falafel celebration music.
Falafel celebration.
Dude, it's fucking.
If you don't laugh about this stuff, you're gonna cry, man.
No, bro, come on. It was only a matter of time. I can't believe it took so long.
I'm surprised, right?
I'm surprised it took so long. Like I said, it looks like New York is behind LA and Chicago in regards to the lunacy, but it is. Dude, did you already see Ackman jump on board and be like, I look forward to working together. Let me know what I can do.
Scumbag.
Well, just a piece of shit.
Piece of shit, Bill Ackman.
Like, like such a little fucking chameleon of, he comes over, he acts Republican for a year to pass through a Zionist agenda, and then the minute his firm and his property are in the dirt of the Muslim revolutionary, he's like, hey buddy, what's going on?
I look forward to working with you.
Kill Whitey, remember?
Yeah. Hey, remember Kill Whitey?
Remember that? Kill Whitey? That was amazing.
That was amazing. I'm part of the Kill Whitey crowd. Let's go.
No, it's also predictable.
You know what's crazy? Here's one thing I do like about Mamdani. You ready for this? He is a Molotov cocktail that NYC needs, because I want it to be cooked alive. You know how fucked up NYC is? Everything is unaffordable, and he is literally panicking BlackRock, a lot of these equity investors, and a lot of this overpriced Manhattan real estate that's been over leveraged to the hilt, that's propping up a lot of Wall Street hedge funds right now currently. and he's exactly the Molotov cocktail that we need to create a real estate collapse in New York. There's nothing better.
You got to say in the
He's wrong.
Batman voice. He may not be the Molotov cocktail that we
Cocktail.
want. Cocktail.
Bro, throughout the last 5 years, and especially in 2020 and 2021, every time my buddies from back home would send me videos of some fucking girl getting beaten on the fucking red line or whatever in Chicago, or the blue line or whatever fucking train they were on. And my first, again, they kind of made me numb to outrage in 2020, 2021. And my first response was always to those guys who are still back in Chicago, not whatever, the suburbs of Chicago. I'd say, I wonder who she voted for. My meaning like, dude, these people, they want it. Like, let them have it. It's, are they eventually going to migrate out? Are they going to complain when it gets worse? Dude, think about going from Lori Lightfoot to something worse. So there's no saving these people. There's no, just let them have it. Like,
Gotham is yours.
Yeah,
do with it as you please.
V, I told you for a long time, like, I wanted to think of myself as fucking Batman 5 years ago, and then a year later, I'm like, actually, I'm Bane. Like, burn, good luck, motherfucker. Bye. Like, no, let them fucking have it. Like, there's nothing. If it's all inevitable, like, I'm not saying it's not defeatist or raising the white flag. It's, and people are like, oh, don't go to, conservative counties or conservative areas or whatever. It's like, dude, I'm not you're wasting your time. Meaning, we've said it at nauseam. I love the cosmopolitan life too, but not if someone could pull out a gun when I'm at Tavern on Rush actually closed. So it's a bad example, but Gibson's. And for those of you who know Chicago, it used Viagra Triangle and, Oak Street and Russian Division. That was like one of the most pristine parts of Chicago. Like, if you're sitting at Gibson's having a fucking martini and someone could, point a fucking pistol at you and your family, it's like, what the fuck are you fucking, and you can't do anything about it. It's like, I'm good. I'm not going to play anymore. Like, fuck you. There's restaurants in the suburbs. So no, dude, let them fucking burn it down. Let them have it. All you could do. The only thing that's confused me, guys, and I'm just starting to accept this fact, that the Ackmans of the world, the oligarchs of the world, the hedge funds managers, the JP Morgan executives, the BlackRock execs, like, is it their plan just to be surrounded by security details? And
well, here's the thing. They've been working on this neo-feudalism that we've all been living in for the last 15, 20 years. Now it's more acute and noticeable. Now the oligarchs are laid bare. Before, the proletariat was blinded by, don't worry, if we vote for so-and-so, he will fix it. Well, that's gone. Now we realize that it's all fucked from top to bottom. And with all the planning that the oligarchs have done in this neo-feudalistic future that we're all living in right now, currently, one of the things they really forgot is about, hey, you know what? Maybe we should have planned out our security details better, number one. Number two, maybe we shouldn't be living in the same cities as our proletariat masses. Maybe we should live out in Montana or Wyoming while managing things in Manhattan and in LA. That's one of the things they overlooked. So there is right now, honestly speaking, there is an absolute focus on these oligarchs. And there's been several news reports where they are trying to increase security details. They feel that they're threatened for the first time. And rightfully so.
Bro, New York obviously much better than Nick or I do. Just like Nick knows LA better than either of us do. Just like I know Chicago better than you guys do.
Yeah.
But like the top of the pyramid oligarch, I could see them having security details. But an average associate at a big time law firm, a new hire at Goldman Sachs, whatever, like these people who are making $300,000, $500,000 a year, they're not surrounded by 4 Mossad agents at all times. So I'm curious how these people, even successful people, but the only ones who are getting security details are your 8-figure net worth people, your top of the pyramid oligarchs. So I'm curious how these middle tier, still successful, top 5%, top 1% of earners in these cities, eventually, and correct me if I'm wording this wrong, eventually the Bronx and Harlem are going to run out of people to carjack. So they're going to make their way. They're going to make their way to Soho. They're going to make their way to They're going to make their way to Tribeca, and we'll see how cozy Robert De Niro feels in Tribeca after that. Like, so it's like, what is the end game here? Like, it's like, okay, it's not even the 1%; it's the 0.0001% that have a security detail, and are protected. And the rest of the people, it's like every man for himself. I mean, that's what never made sense to me. It's like, what's the end game here? And I don't know.
You know what's telling here? The Democrats have won every single election seat across the country. It was a clear sweep.
Yeah, it was a bloodbath.
It was a bloodbath. And this is what I was warning people. And I think CJ was saying the same thing. If CJ was on, he'd tell you guys the same thing. There's going to be a blue wave, guys. It's going to happen. You've seen a little bit of a test, and I'm not saying I'm pro-Democrat. You all know I hate the demon rats. I hate the leftists as much as anybody, but it's happening. And I'm telling you right now, 2028, it's going to be a Democrat president. Could be the last president, but it's a Democrat president.
Bro, what promises have been kept?
Nothing.
Where,
so
where,
the New Yorkers,
dude,
New Yorkers have woken up. They're like, wait a minute. I can't buy a fucking apartment. They've eviscerated the middle class. And this is in New York, this is Chicago, this is in LA, right? Except the numbnuts that live there, they don't think like all three of us guys and the people that listen to the show. They're not looking for real solutions. But they are starting to notice one thing, Gus. We don't have money for shit, but we got $8 billion to send to Israel. We don't have money for shit, but we got $200 billion to send to Ukraine.
So how is that new?
What?
Well,
how is that new?
It's not new to us, bro. It's new to the normies.
He conned us. The only reason 2016 to 2020 we still supported it going into 2024 is we felt he was prosecuted, the deep state, COVID. They're trying to kill the Trump family. They're trying to imprison the Trump family. We're all going to be. We're next.
Exactly.
What we didn't see is once all those restraints. What's become crystal clear the last year is once the restraints were all removed, which they were the last year. Of okay, now you're in charge, bitch. Like you control the DOJ. You control. There is no COVID. There is no fucking George Floyd moment. There's none of that bullshit. Go clean house. The minute all those restraints were removed, what we got was Epstein is a hoax. Your kids are headed to Iran soon. Be ready. What we got is fucking bullshit. It was
what we got was the restraints were never removed. That's what we really got.
What we got was there's not. It doesn't matter if you're far right, an independent, anything other than a fucking retarded boomer who still believes Ben Shapiro. Like unless you're anything other than a retarded boomer or a retarded neocon, like I get it if you're in the tribe with a couple of fucking, with another passport and this whole scam benefits you, but unless you're a fucking retard, what's become crystal clear the last year is this is all a fucking scam. Like everything's a scam, dude. You can't look at your base with a straight face and say the Epstein thing was for me like the final straw. It's like, dude, fuck you. Like
that's when I got off the fucking. I was like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, no.
You guys realize that if they release those files, it'll be like nuclear war around the world. It's not something you could do.
No, I don't even think
we don't know.
I think that's an excuse. No, I think that's an excuse. I think the actual reason is, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. You cannot teach. What they really can't afford to do is teach instead of the make-believe history that we're all force-fed from the age of 4 or 5 until the end of university. What they really can't do, the reason those will never be released, is because they can't grab a 5-year-old and say, the real way your country works is Jews filming politicians molesting kids. That's how your country actually works. That's why that'll never be released. It has nothing to do with nuclear war. It has to be like.
I think they just kill Trump if he did it. And they'd kill him and his family.
Oh yeah, they would definitely kill Trump.
Yeah, so the point is that it doesn't matter who's in charge.
Well,
they'll just kill that person.
And even if they don't have Trump with threat or any, they might have one of his kids. Like they might have his kid might have been drunk 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Who knows? Who knows what they have on who? But the model is clear. Mossad was fucking filming politicians molesting kids. That's what happened. And that's the way I've said it a million times, dude. Incentives are okay, but you can't fucking twist someone to commit evil without, like, blackmail's the real power, not incentives. Yeah. Incentives are nice. Like, okay, here's $100 million, here's this, here's that. But you're like, all right, dude, do what we say or you're going to jail for 20 years. That's power. Yeah. That's how the country actually runs.
Right.
So,
you've talked about that many times, Gus. Tucker Carlson's, been very vocal about that as well, and several others who are, keeping track of it. That's how the fucking thing really works, man. There's no real grand strategy at work here. It's pretty plain for all of us to see, man. This is how.
What is it called? A honey trap or a honey
trap? Yeah.
Yeah. They
but except for Cash Patel, guys.
Well, even all the scenarios are child molestation is like the most egregious because that finishes you. Even when you get to jail, they'll kill you. So, but it could be bribery. It could be fraud, money laundering. It could be whatever. As long as they have you on felonies, you're finished, dude. The Bill and Hillary should be serving 50 life sentences right now. Joe Biden, dude, how many jokes have we made about the finger paintings for a mill? Like here's a video of me putting a pistol while smoking crack on a hooker and counting Ukrainian money. Like, dude, these people, they got them all on 100 felonies. Their rights. So,
but nobody goes to jail.
No, because that's the plan. The plan is not the plan. The wink, wink, nod, nod agreement between the intelligence operatives and the politicians is we never prosecute you as long as you 100% play ball and do exactly as we say. Yeah, so I don't even know what it takes for someone like Menendez to finally go down.
There is no length. Yeah, look at Bob Menendez is a perfect example, right?
Poor bastard just took a gold bar.
He took a gold bar, a bar of gold, 1 kilo bar, and that was it.
Well, that lets you know, like, the extent of it. Like, you have all these guys, dude. Who was the guy Tucker just interviewed? George Santos or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Like they tried giving him 7 years for like a crossing T, dotting I campaign contribution.
Process crimes.
Dude,
process crimes.
It's all bullshit. You got, if you gave us full access to everything they have on Lindsey Graham, what do you think that looks like? Like, it's
several truck stops and glory holes.
Dude, he is so,
Lindsey in the glory hole at a truck stop.
Bro, he is so the truck stop guy. He is so the truck stop guy. Yes, without question.
He's a lot lizard. Lindsey lizard Graham.
They probably, dude, he could be the truck stop guy combined with like a Buffalo Bill where they got him like tucking his cock with a wig on or something. I'd fuck me. Like, okay. No, dude, if they want to get you, they get someone like Santos or what did they get Blagojevich on? A bullshit phone call? He wanted like a favor from Obama for the Senate seat or something like that. Like, so the minute you put up any resistance, they'll get you on fiction. Meanwhile, we get photos of Hunter with pistols and crack, and it's like, oh no, he's good. We're good. We're fine. Next, like, no.
You're talking about anarcho-tyranny. Is what you're talking about.
It's
they let the bad guys do what they want, and then you and I get prosecuted because we put the comma in the wrong place on our tax return.
Correct. It's selective prosecution, and that was made more evident than. And I guess maybe that's what got us to trust Trump to such a degree, because we saw him getting prosecuted. So I don't know. Again, I don't know really what's going on in the guy's mind. I don't know what the fuck what leverage is pulled. But dude, he doesn't let the fact that Netanyahu treats him like a bitch. Like that's really what the last years have been about, guys. Like the humiliation ritual on us has gotten so extreme that even that cute little brunette that got left the Daily Wire, like Cooper.
Marco Rubio?
No.
That was
that was definitely a homo line.
Oh yeah, that girl, whatever her name is,
Brent Cooper, I think her name is.
Yeah.
Even she had enough. Like it's the humiliation ritual. For some reason, Gen Z's responded great to it. Like it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're not having it, man.
Dude, no, they're like, fuck these people. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Are we these people slaves? What the fuck's going on? The fact that the average like Fox News viewer is like okay with Netanyahu dropping off his underwear for cleaning at the White House. They're like, what the fuck is going on here? No, dude. I mean, it's.
There's a great strategy at work here, man. There's an amazing 5D chess being played. Dude, the more I look at this shit, the more I talk to my guys over in fucking Europe and in Asia who come with a much more heavier geostrategic background than I do, and they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I just shut up. I'm like, okay,
no,
dude, never mind.
No one else would put up with it. Like no. I mean, if you split the world up into military power or GDP, there's no way China's putting up with that from fucking Israel. There's no way Russia's putting up with that. Like the fact that you have this country that just elected what we thought was going to be a bulldozer, like a John Wayne figure to go in and and really it's like, no, you're actually a Shabbat goy. Like you're fucking pathetic. Like
here we have Trump writes Netanyahu a strongly worded check.
Dude, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And that's why our side, it's hard to even get mad when this guy's elected in New York. I'm like, good, fuck you. Like, because they still want, if you really watch Shapiro and Levin and all these other fucking dummies, they're still trying to pull you into the fake story of left right. Like they're still trying to pull you in. Like, oh no, if bro, you're not a conservative. You're a fucking spy. You're like a fucking Mossad agent. Like, fuck off. Like if conservatives want this, like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, how many bank accounts do you have in Tel Aviv? Fuck off. Like, we've reached the absurdity part of the story where it's just not going to fly anymore. And they're like, oh, why did he lose? Dude, they're trying to blame the blue sweep last night. They're trying to blame it on Tucker Carlson. Like, fucking shut the fuck up. Maybe, just maybe, if you did anything you said you were going to do, you would have won. Maybe. I mean, so no, dude, this place, the only hope, there is no hope. Again, I think we're way too far down the rabbit hole, but the only, for the quote unquote normal people, Republican Party, etc., the only hope is to completely excommunicate all these people from their ranks. But it's never going to happen. That's the problem. Between the intel agencies, between the Pentagon, between the financial side of the equation, there is no actual opposition to any of it. It's one big, bro. It's a big fake soap opera. The whole thing's a fucking fake soap opera.
Yeah, it's just pretty bad, man.
The difference between me and you two is you both thought the Epstein list would come out. I never did.
No, I didn't think it would come out. Well, maybe I did.
Sure you did. That's why you're so pissed off. That's
you're right. You're right. You're right. You called me out on that. I admit it. Yeah, I was upset. Okay.
I didn't give a shit. It was never going to come out. I knew it was never going to come out. Why? Because they'll slit all their throats. They'll slit their throats.
Why do you have to keep rubbing my face in a cowboy? It's bad enough I had trauma from that.
Yeah, you're traumatized, and you shouldn't be traumatized. You're the gorilla. You push on.
I thought I was foolish enough to believe that he would want what I was watching in regards to the whole soap opera. I was foolish enough to believe that Trump would want vengeance on these people. So
That's what normal people like you and I would want, but
you mean you see all this
especially
shit.
Cowboys. He's Sicilian, so he has extra vengeance.
I just believe in slitting throats personally.
That's the old.
He has a thing with knives and piano wire.
They're gifted. They're gifted at that. That island is gifted at that. Tell me that if everything happened to a normal person that we've seen unravel on this guy for the last 8 years, the minute you got in there, you'd start just fucking cleaning. I mean, right away, start cleaning house, and that's, dude. I fell for it. Like I'm like, this guy's gonna fuck.
Hey, I got some inside video that one of my relatives just sent me. This is great. Holy shit! Look at this. This is from the leather pants wearing grifter widow. You got to see this. You got to see this. I've never seen this video before. I don't think. I don't know if the rest of you have seen this on Rogue, but look at this. Erica Kirk's tears brought to you by Visine. Watch this. Ready? Here we go. There you go. And now,
nah, she's just borrowing JD Vance's Maybelline, bro. That's not Visine.
Oh, there it is. Oh yeah.
I gotta say,
I can't. Oh my god.
No, I gotta say that, and my girl sent the photo of her to me, and I gotta say the leather pants. It's like, really, like it's been like a couple weeks, really.
The guy's body's not even decomposed yet.
You're wearing black leather, really? Is it a Motley Crue video from the 80s? You're wearing black leather pants.
Black leather pants. The way she hugged JD.
All right.
Yeah, is that what Cat Williams said? At some point, they give you a new wife, right?
No, again, I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole total, but because the guy just fucking died. But if my woman was fucking wearing black leather pants a month later, I'd be like, really? Like it's like, so I'll leave it at that. I'll try to be tasteful in my comments on that, but it's disappointing. I'm not asking you to become abstain from having a life forever, but at least give me a few months of pretending to be sad before you end up going to New Year's Eve parties. Fuck yeah, it's.
I don't know what you're complaining about. Black is the color of mourning.
Especially black leather pants. I'm wearing black leather pants right now. I'm mourning myself.
It's also the color of that they wear in gay and tranny bars across the country.
Hey man, what are you trying to say, Gus? Because
what was the gay bar in the Police Academy movie?
Blue Oyster.
Every time someone made a wrong turn in the Police Academy movies, they would wander into the Blue Oyster, and the minute the door opened, it's all black leather everywhere, and it's like, okay, and we're good for now. We're good for now, guys. I don't know what. Again, I don't know what the normal people are going to do in New York, in Chicago, in LA. My cousin replied to me last night or 2 nights ago. He was like, the dream is just for, the 25 to 30-year-olds is just make 120, not have kids, just to afford. You need 120 grand to afford a $3,500 to $4,000 rent, not have a family, blah blah. Like you can't afford any of the shit. There it is, Mahoney Tackleberry. Black leather everywhere.
Mahoney and Dingleberry. Tackleberry.
Look at the way he dipped him.
I'm not saying I have a good memory, but I have a good memory.
Yeah.
The blue. Bum, bum. Fucking unreal. The empire might simply be finished. That's it.
It's over. We rescinded to a regional empire. The superpower phase is over, man. China said you heard what happened with the Chinese tariffs?
Did they completely bend over?
Yeah, it's back to before. It's back to where he started.
All this drama was for nothing. It was just all. Oh God, that's bro.
They're like, we have a rare earth. We know ship it to you, and we know buy your soybean.
Bro, they have everything.
You guys, the argument over China being better than the U.S. is fucking over. Look at the screen.
Yeah.
In China, wives can no longer claim their husband's property after divorce.
That's just common sense. That's just straight up common sense. No, China. Listen, the next century belongs to the East. There's no V has been saying that forever, and he's 100%. There's no way to fucking deny that anymore. But between the manufacturing, the savings, the everything, but the East owns the next century. Though, dude, the West is just something. It's something out of a novel. You know, I don't know if it's
Western civilization ends with a gay moan.
It ends with a dick pic app and a real ID trying to get on a flight.
It ends with a dick pic app and a real ID on your phone, which will be the requirement in the future.
It's the DP photo for the ID.
No, but the genius. I often think about this. I'm like, the genius between like giving the population in the West a fake reality with two choices, you know, one to get the young angry man to support, you know, international wars and blah blah blah, and on the other side you bring in the women, the gays, the minorities, and you get them to revolt against the white man, and the whole thing, the whole production, so to speak, is handled through blackmail and incentives. And here's the best part about the incentive structure: it's always shit they create out of thin air, like which leads back to the if you were really to start a system from scratch, you can't have people creating money and credit out of thin air, because that money and credit could be not only used for speculation and nepotism and all that and boost up and control the economy, but it's used for bribery. It's used for laundering. It's used for everything. The whole thing starts with the money. Once you saw the media, Hollywood studios, everything come to heel right after the creation of the Fed. So once you control, like Rothschild said 200 years ago, you control money and credit, you don't give a fuck about anything else. Like anything else, you'll handle each sector one by one once you're able to create money out of thin air. And that's exactly how our system runs. The whole thing's a fucking scam.
So tell me how the U.S. gets fixed without lots of violence.
There's no violence. There's no organized violence in a large scale across the country. It's not going to happen.
Nick,
that's a boomer fancy, bro.
Nick,
no, that wasn't the question. I just said, tell me how it gets fixed without violence.
It doesn't. We balkanize. We become Brazil. Gus said it best. The whole country becomes Narcos season 2.
Yeah, truly.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to stop being a country. We'll still be a country, but it'll be like Narcos season 2. It'll be somewhere in the mix between Brazil, Colombia, and Argentina. It'll be some sort of an amalgam of those three.
So you're saying the violence will come to us then?
There's no us. There's no
that's
us.
That's also
you're thinking there's going to be two opposing groups here. There will be no real political power. DC would be an inept, corrupt, weak central government, kind of like how you have in Argentina. There will be factions. There'll be a lot more crime. There'll be safe areas and violent areas. But overall, as a country, the country will be intact. It'll just be like Brazil, bro. That's what it's going to be like.
Any dream anyone had of like armed conflict or revolution,
fantasy.
It should have went away in 2020.
Yeah,
like what the docility and acceptance of tyranny you saw in 2020. Dude, we watched them burn churches. Like, if that doesn't get, like, there's no stomach in this country for any of that. Like, no fucking way. This country will accept whatever fate.
Of course it will.
Happens on 100% without question. Dude, 2020 was not only an IQ test, but a docility test. Like, what will these fucking dummies put up with? Like, and that's what you saw. Like again, if they lock you in a fucking cage while they let their people burn the country down, and everyone put up with it. So there's nothing arms ever gonna fucking happen. No, we're not.
Nah, that's some boomer white dude mentality, bro. That shit is not gonna happen. That's some
you're
fantasy.
misunderstanding the question, though. It isn't about whether or not they're going to rise up. And I'm saying, tell me how it gets solved without violence, and the answer is not going to get solved.
To answer your question is, truthfully, the only way this country would get rescued would be a military fucking like let's say there were actually like 10, and this is all fiction at this point because I don't even think this type of scenario. I think they would have purged those people from the ranks of the military. But if there was some sort of military, then yeah, you might be able to flip this fucking country. You saw it in numerous countries all over the world the last 100 years.
Yeah, military junta would be the way to do it.
The military just comes in and says, "This is all a fucking scam. Fuck you. We're hitting the reset button." So, men, you really want to know how to fucking if this country would get fixed? It's 10 generals showing up at the ADL, Goldman, BlackRock, with troops with rifles pointed at them, saying, "We're seizing all your assets. The game's over." That's and all the Mossad are kicked out. Like that's how this country would be fucking fixed. But I don't even think those generals exist in this country. Like I think they've been purged.
There's a handful of colonels, guys like McGregor, that are still out there. But that's
Ritter and McGregor. Yeah,
they're too far in between. Yeah, there's no real organization.
So yeah,
like one of my good closest friends. He's very close friends with what the hell's his name? The guy who created Delta Force, Eric Haney, right? The guy he was one of the founding members of Delta, and he'll tell you straight up, and he's trained very closely with Eric Haney, and I'll tell you straight up, it's like, yeah, a lot of guys in the SF and special operations community, they see what's happening, and but in terms of like, there's some coordinated, underground brotherhood that's working with the white hats in the government to save this country. That's
the Q fantasy.
It's the Q fantasy.
Yeah, that's the Q fantasy.
I never fell for in the first place, by the way.
No, neither did I.
No one did.
I knew that was obvious early on. Like oh my God, Trump wagged his pinky. Nancy Pelosi's getting swatted tomorrow. Okay, retards.
His red tie has a purple stripe, but it's horizontal and it's on a Wednesday.
That means he's return to the gold standard.
That's a lot easier to accept that you're paying taxes to pedophiles every year. Yeah, Trump wagged his pinky. No, the armed conflict thing would never happen. A military thing like that would be like the only.
That would be the best option.
But
military junta.
If we thought of that, they've thought it. Like they're part of a lot of the spying is done on the fucking military. Anyone with the ability to orchestrate something like that is watched 24/7.
Well, look when Obama came in. How many generals did he purge? How many mostly colonels and generals, and a lot of the operational staff that are loyal. I mean, it was like 200-300 or something like that. It was a massive amount.
That's the way to do it. I mean, that's the way that you.
Dude, I remember the fucking admiral that was arrested on his aircraft carrier by his second in command, who was a CIA plant. I remember that story.
There's a reason. There's a reason the first person they took out was Flynn. Yeah. So even before Trump put his hand on the Bible, they're like, we got to nuke Flynn day one, like right away. Get on Flynn, get on Flynn. Like, so they know, dude. They know was it Mao that said it? Political power is the end of a rifle. Like it's all about the guns.
Right.
Like,
and the generals that are out right now in the officer ranks right now, they're all making money off of they're all making money off of what's called defense contracts.
Of course, they're not going to they get a board seat, they get a book. It's all part of the fucking grift, dude. I mean, bro. It's just at this point, it's just hard for me to accept. It's inevitable. The outcome of this country in the next 10, 20 years is inevitable.
Oh, I have this link to sell you. This is my
That's what I was asking, guys. This is what I said. How does it get solved without violence?
It doesn't.
You're saying it's not going to get solved at all, is what I'm hearing.
No, it's just going to go down. No. It's just going to matter. Whatever happens. But all I know is there's no organized something that's an invisible hand guiding the.
I never said
They
anything
wouldn't-
about organized.
No, I know, but I'm
visible
saying
anything.
there's
No,
no
they-
solving, because if look, we're gonna be whatever we're gonna be, and how are we gonna get there is how are we gonna get there. But there's not gonna be no. If you have to, I guess you have to ask you what your question is. Are you talking about, is there some sort of an organized violence to take back America, or just going to be violence?
Violence, just violence.
Yeah, there will be violence.
The violence already exists.
Yeah, so
mean,
because
like-
here's the thing, we got a pretty broad spectrum of people who like we talk to,
Yeah,
opinions, things
balkanization
like
looks
that.
really good too.
What's that?
Like what Short Bus was saying, balkanization is a very thing.
Yeah, so what I'm just saying, like you have some people that seem to think that this problem is going to get solved by talking about things and organizing
can't.
society. That's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen. And look, Golden Tulip says you guys can talk all you want. You have nothing changed. Yeah, we're not. You're not going to change anything by talking. That's for sure. That's why Rogue's always been about solutions, about doing things where you can create multiple streams of income, stack what you can stack, get prepared, and just ride it out, or either get the hell out of the way.
The greatest meme that I reference, I don't know, once a quarter or whatever, is the dude flipping burgers in the barbecue, looking back at his friend and saying, "Wow, that's crazy. Did you catch the game last night, though?" You remember that meme where the guy, like, so you're trying to like red pill someone at the one of your friends, and he's flipping a burger, and he's like, "Oh yeah, but did you watch the game last?" Like, dude, this country is still living in fantasy land. Like, it's like the people still watch the NBA. Like, it's fucking. There's no the solution. Balkanization is but for me. Listen, for me, and I started saying it about a year or two ago. The minute this place is no longer good for wealth extraction, it might have the purpose to be here is you're no longer trying to preserve a culture. You're no longer trying to say the John Wayne, Clint Eastwood culture is fucking dead. The Commando, Rambo culture is fucking dead.
Yep.
There's nothing worth saving anymore. Like, again, I watched part of his clips from his acceptance speech last night.
Oh, Mamdani?
He basically was like thanking the Ethiopian grill man and the Cambodian taxi driver.
I want to say.
So yeah, like it's like, okay, so our biggest city and financial hub is this guy's up there thanking every single nationality and race and religion other than mine. It's like, what the fuck? What culture are we preserving exactly?
Exactly.
No, there's nothing.
Let me ask you a question, Gus. Do you think the Chinese would allow something like this to happen in Beijing or Shenzhen or Guangzhou or Chongqing?
Anywhere, would Saudi Arabia allow it?
And he doesn't even give attribution to the Chinese culture. He says, "I want to thank the Ethiopian grill man."
What do you think I'm trying to tell you? People are like, even when I hear people say America, love it, or I'm like, what is America now? Like, explain it. Like, have you been to our 10 largest cities? Is this still America? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's like they're stuck in a World War II or fantasy or John Wayne fantasy or Rambo fantasy. This country, bro, they just imported 50 million fucking people. Like, it's not the same country anymore. Like, you better come to terms with. Dude,
these are some of the people being thanked. Want to thank this guy right here. This is a NYC first smoked rat. You want a smoked rat? There you go, buddy.
What exactly are you trying to preserve? Look at this. What is he making? What is it? A squirrel? I don't even fucking know,
bro.
Yeah,
look, man. Look. This is
got it straight fresh from the sewer.
This is the financial capital of the world, Gus.
Bro. He's
cranking it, bro.
Fucking unreal. Fucking unreal.
They found it inside the stained mattresses that they brought up, a little 6 months ago. All the rats were in the mattresses.
I almost can't blame. Like I said it last week. I'll say it again. I almost can't blame them for coming here and taking advantage of.
It's not their fault.
No, why?
There's a bit of blame.
dude, if I was sitting there minding my own fucking business in fucking Haiti or fucking Colombia or wherever, and I saw a commercial come on and say, "Oh, listen, this NGO is gonna ship you to El Paso and blah blah blah, and you're gonna get this," I'm like, really? Okay, like, so you can't blame them for the grift. Like, it's, I mean, you what you should be blaming is your overlords who allow it. But I mean, we've tried ad nauseum blaming them, but it's not, dude. It's not the same place. It never will be the same place. Like, the country's forever fucked. Like, forever changed. It's you're not getting these people out. There's no that you could watch all the ICE commercials. What are they? Dude, they're SWAT teaming like 5 farm workers in some suburb.
Oh,
like
they're
that.
doing a great job, man.
No, like, that's
why are they hitting? I mean, I'm told, Gus, that these migrants are lazy sons of bitches. But
they're going to the Home Depot. Yeah, they're going to Home Depot parking lot.
Going to the workplaces to get
where guys are trying to get construction work, dude. This is all this is more theater. Like, when you look at the raw numbers, dude, you're not getting the numbers are. No one debates this anymore. It's 8 figures of people.
It is.
You could argue
at the least.
Is it 12 million or 60 million? I don't know.
It's between 50 and 100 million, Gus. Between 50 and 100 million.
Like we led today's show off with. Look at Chicago. Look at New York. Look at Los Angeles. Look at Houston. Look at Seattle. Look at wherever. Look at Denver. Look at wherever you want to look. Your country's fucking gone. Like 20 years ago is not coming back. It's not coming back. No fucking way. So what is there? Like, when people say, "Oh, I love America," you love the idea that you have in your fucking brain from 30 years ago. That idea is,
it's just nostalgia.
Dude, it is nostalgia. It's 100% nostalgia of something that the real thing is they brought so many people in, scattered them through. If everyone just, if all these people were just hiding in San Diego, it'd be pretty easy to fucking get rid of them. But dude, they're spread out all over the country. They're every major fucking city, even, dude, Minnesota, Somalia. Like, dude,
Minnesota's Mogadishu now, bro.
Dude, we used to go up to Minnesota in our early 20s when we just finished school. You're talking, late 90s, early 2000s. We used to go up to Minnesota to chase Viking pussy. So you used to go to the bars in Minnesota, and it was all just beautiful fucking blonde women everywhere. And you're like, yeah, let's go to fucking Minneapolis. Let's go to the Twin Cities.
Well, now they got a new kind of woman out there for you.
Now it's fucking, dude. Now it's fucking. It's Black Hawk Down. Like, it's
Black Hawk Down.
Dude, you're trying to. So,
oh my god.
No, mixed with trannies.
Bro, the country we remember is gone, and it's not coming back. Like, I don't know. It started with Obama, even the Bush, the neocon Bush shit. Like, they were trying to pander to Latinos back then, if you remember. Like,
I remember that.
Oh, don't offend the Latinos, blah blah blah. Like, so. Whatever, it is what it is. They're not getting rid of 50 million people or whatever the fucking number is, and
don't worry, Trump is swatting them at the construction sites now. American homes are not getting built.
we're gonna swat 100 a day. I'm like, yeah, that'll change. That'll change things.
Not even a drop in the bucket.
No, dude, and I said it even during the COVID shit. Like, the only way at the time, I'm like, if they really went after the 1,000 oligarchs and they got swatted and were in handcuffs, maybe shit would stop or slow down. But none of that's happened. None of that's fucking happened. Like, so no, I extract wealth while you can. We could. I just spoke to a client. I was speaking to a client yesterday or 2 days ago about this, and I'm like, there's still only a few places in the world that don't have hurdles to move money, make money, whatever. So we're still kind of in that environment in this country. So accumulate as much capital as you can. And my advice, and I'm in the business of, metal and crypto, but even if it's not metal and crypto, I would personally avoid capital that's hard to liquidate and move. So I personally would never buy a commercial shopping center or something in in the heart of Chicago. Make sure whatever, get capital, but make sure the capital is easily liquidated and easily mobile. That's the advice I'd give you, because I don't know how much time we have left, even from a income or economic freedom perspective. I don't know if that makes sense, or that's the way I see the chessboard right now. V, you've been saying for a while, like you think we got a couple of years left, 2, 3, 4 years, whatever. That might not be far off. That might not be far off.
Whatever you need to do, get it done by 2030.
Yeah. Well, even 28. You don't know what 28 holds. Like the only thing I could say Trump has done, that from my business perspective, is he's kind of taken the foot off the neck of the crypto regulation stuff. So at least we could breathe on that. I don't have to go and suck bank dick all day to try to get a bank account for the company and shit like that. But other than that, no, things have gotten worse. Things have gotten worse overall, other than that. So I think our time is limited. Extract the wealth you can, and just be ready to move if you have to. If all your net worth is tied up in a shopping center, your house, 30-year treasuries or whatever, then it's like, I don't know. I don't know if you're able to get that shit to Russia. Probably not.
Well, I got a 30-year. I got some commercial real estate. And it's gonna go up. It's gonna go up, Gus. Yeah.
I don't.
Gonna go up in a billow of smoke.
It's gonna go up in the summer of love.
How do you think the real estate plays out in New York?
I think New York real estate is going to go for a much needed hard reset. I think that's going to happen. I think there's going to be a downturn. I think there's going to be an immediate flow of new business coming in that will take advantage of the lower rent prices, the lower real estate prices. There will be an uptake in business, but it's not going to be. When you move the corporate tax rate up to match what New Jersey's doing, I think the New Jersey tax rate is damn near 10% corporate tax. It's fucking stupid, right? You're not going to bring in a lot of big businesses in, but I think it's going to be more of the smaller bodegas, mom and pops, little cafes and delis and food joints. I think there'll be a little bit of a net bump after this slump and reset in hard prices. But I think New York will be New York, but all of this culminates with what is going to occur with the currency as a whole. In the long term, the next 3 to 4 years, we've seen the dollar getting tossed off to the side. There's going to be a revaluation of the dollar. I don't know what that revaluation is going to be. Will it be a 20% cut, a 40% cut? Is going to be a 60% devaluation? I don't know. But I think New York is going to go for a massive hit. I think a lot of billionaires are going to get hosed. And rightfully so. I can care less about those assholes. They're all a bunch of the rent-seeking economy that's been pilfering off of New York forever. But it's going to be some economic pain in the short term, and I think it's going to create a power vacuum for more, for street side, roasted rat. I don't know.
If me and you, I haven't set foot in that city since 2019, I believe. If me and you are in Manhattan and we go in, I'm not talking about fucking Mastro's by Rockefeller Center or anything, but I think Mastro's actually right under the Fox building, I think it's right there. But let's say in the neighborhood in Midtown, me and you go in for pizza, beers, or a reasonable lunch, not anything fancy. What are we paying? $100? $150?
Yeah.
Something like that, I think. Something like that, probably.
It's gotten so fucking expensive.
Everything. But between the rent, the permits, this. You
beyond
can't
stupid.
open up, dude. You can't. I mean,
that's one of the things that Mondani wants to do. He wants to cut a lot of the red tape. There's a lot of people that want businesses and they want certain things open, whether it's a food cart, or which is a big thing in New York City, or whether it's a storefront of cafe or whatnot. There's so much red tape. You're waiting around months and months and months and months and months for things to clear. He wants to get rid of that. So rather than taking months, it takes days.
It's all bureaucratic scam
completely.
Bullshit. Yeah, and you have to give an envelope to the inspector, or you're buying a failed business just for their permits and all this.
And he's changed that he's using the Adams approach. Adams, one of the things that Adams has done is that he allowed the approval of buildings by creating a sub-department that will go ahead and they'll approve. It's called a mayoral approval for the building. So you're not waiting around for a building inspector for waiting around 20 years for a building inspector to show up, so this way you get faster approvals on construction. That's another thing that Mondani wants to do. So there are some good points to his socials thing. His socials bent, when you really look at it, take a step back, it's just like, it's not that bad.
Shut up, socialist.
No, it's going to hurt. I just like it because he's a Molotov cocktail. He's going to hurt the right kind of people that I would hurt in a physical sense, but he's hurting them financially, right? And that is the Black Rocks, the State Streets, the Vanguards, the whatever that other fucking bank is, he's hurting them, because they're the biggest, the stranglehold that they have on New York real estate, even commercial real estate. It's making shit absolutely impossible. There's like empty buildings, literally, that's empty lots that are sitting in Manhattan that can be repurposed, reused, rebuilt for mixed use, where it's both residential and for business at the same time, where you have business on the bottom, residential on top. It's just sitting there, man. Just a lot of crap. So if you get that moving, that'll be a good thing.
I heard a stat recently, and I'm not sure if it's bullshit, but it doesn't sound like bullshit because it basically validates a lot of what we say. And the stat is this: that currently in the United States, there's more private equity firms than there are McDonald's locations.
That's how sick it is, bro. Well, we have the real cancer. Look, anybody's under some delusion that we live in a capitalist system. We're not. This is a neo-feudalistic system we're living in. We're not living in pure capitalism. You would not allow these vultures, these rentier, rent-seeking vultures to exist. They need to be done away with. And if it's that, if Zorhan is the poison pill that does it, then so fucking be it. Whole thing needs to burn. It's gotta go.
I would. We've heard it before. Like I said, you don't have to agree with the ideology or philosophy, but he's not the first lefty to threaten corporations. So it doesn't matter if it's Hillary getting a $250,000 for giving a prayer at a Goldman Sachs conference or whatever. So we've heard this song and dance before. Let's see. Like I said, the leftist actors always tell you they're gonna neuter Goldman and BlackRock, and I'm coming okay, let's see it. I want to see with my own eyes.
Same.
Yeah, well, it's the same on the right. We get we're gonna go after the deep state. We're gonna on the left. It's always the same.
We're gonna go after cheesecakes. We're gonna go after cheesecakes.
Let's see who they really go after, because De Blasio didn't go after them. Adam. Let's see.
De Blasio is a cocksucker.
Oh, dude! Eat the fries. You take the vaccine, eat the fries.
There's a burger implement to this.
There's a implement. What an amazing cut, dude! And what was his wife's contract? Did he give her he gave her company $100 million? Some fucking ridiculous, just some blatant money laundering shit. He was
created an office for her that does some sort of overseeing the arts of some shit like that.
I thought
director of arts for New York City.
I thought they siphoned out 8 figures or 9. I don't know what the number was.
9 figures in that office.
Oh God, incredible. Anyway, boys, good talk as always. There's never a dull moment in the burning empire.
never a dull moment, brother.
Let's see what next week brings us.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, folks. He is Gus Demos, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the most prolific social commentator of our generation. You can catch him over at perpetualassets.com, perpetualassets.com. Don't let your 401k turn into that roasting spit on that rat on a spit on the side of the street. Get a hold of Gus Demos. Let him show you how you can take your retirement and your financial life by the balls. Be responsible. You're the master of your own destiny. There's nobody coming to save you. Perpetualassets.com. Cowboy, take it away.